please.
Yes. It doesn't even explode.
Okay. I'll take the hype for that.
Finally, some jet gameplay. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah, nice gameplay.
I genuinely thought they were going to try to do a Cobra, but never mind.
I thought they brought it back.
RPG, yes.
Yes.
Fucking,
Okay,
I'm glad they added that into the trailer.
Yeah. Okay, they know.
Please get in the plane. Oh, Pog.
Yes.
They understand the fans. I will safely say that as soon as you all saw that moment, you pre-ordered the game. You can see from my reaction, I certainly did, because my god, it brought me back into the feels. But what up, legends? How are we all doing today? It's finally good to talk about Battlefield 2042, a game I have been super hyped about and have been wanting for an entire year. And this is a video talking about a few points I've learned over watching videos, reading tweets, and looking at Reddit. Now, I wanted to start with a few things I'm not a big fan of. There's only a couple, so we'll get through those quickly. Now, this is not per se something I'm not a big fan of, but we're going to have to say goodbye to the normal class system. We're not going to have the 4 basic classes that we're used to from the old Battlefields. Now we have specialists. I'll talk a bit more about those in the future, but you know, I'm gonna miss them. It's gonna be interesting to see what sort of gameplay opportunities this gives us and how the community really grabs onto it. But as long as they don't really ruin it, I'm fine with that. Another thing I'm not a big fan of is third-person takedowns. Personally, I think Battlefield made its name with the differences it had between Call of Duty, and one of them was the ability to take someone's dog tags, coming up behind them and knifing them and doing that little animation. That was something I really enjoyed and really brought me into the game. And the fact they're taking it away kind of upsets me, but it will be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully they aren't too customizable like they are in COD, so, you know, if it's one animation, I'm fine with that. Another thing that is unfortunate, but I don't think is going to be too much of an issue, is the fact there is no single player campaign. A lot of people will be upset about this, but if you just look at the numbers, it just makes sense. Personally, I only played Battlefield 3 and 4's campaign, a little bit of 1, and, well, let's be honest, Battlefield 5's was dog shit. Now, onto the stuff I think we're going to love. One of the things I'm really interested to see how it works is the plus system. This is the ability to change weapon attachments on the fly. You'll be able to change things like the weapon's barrel, ammo, or scope. Again, I'm just interested to see how this works. Hopefully we'll get some gameplay of this on the 13th. And talking about weapons, we didn't get a good look at specific ones and we haven't got any confirmed names. However, I personally spotted what looks to be an AK-12, the classic 870, and what I thought was the HK-416. However, watching Jack Fragg's video and looking at Twitter, people are saying it could be the M13. They've also spotted weapons that look like the MP7 and the Chris Vector, so it's going to be interesting again to see what happens on the 13th, what information they give us and what they can confirm. Another thing I'm interested to see is the vehicle drops, basically the ability to bring in any vehicle you want into the battlefield. From what I've been told, you get an iPad and you just click a few buttons and you drop a vehicle. It's going to be interesting to see how this works. It's definitely going to add an extra dynamic to the warfare and overall just give more people that ability to have the only in Battlefield moments. And talking about Battlefield, we're going to have the destruction and revolution we all know and love. It looks like it's dialed to 11 at this point, with weather added in to just up the destruction. Some of the stuff that we have been told looks absolutely beautiful, and I just can't wait to get onto that battlefield. Now, talking about specialists, we have been given information that there are 10 of them, but have only been shown 4. Each specialist has got its own speciality and gadgets. So the 4 gadgets we know are the grappling hook. The best way I can put this is just look back on Battlefield Hardline. We have a sensor drone, which I can only assume is used as like a mini UAV. We have a healing gun, which is quite self-explanatory. And then we have a gun turret. Again, it's in the name. You put it on the floor, it shoots the bad guy. Now, another thing I'm interested to hear from Jack Fragg's video was the fact they announced 2 other experiences for the game. These aren't necessarily game modes, but more ways you can play the game or things to do in the game. The first one's called Hazard Zone, and it is confirmed that this is not a BR. So it could be something like a Tarkov-esque game mode. We'll have to wait and see. From the name, it could be even a zombie sort of aspect. We don't know. The other one we haven't got any name for and we have very little information about. However, we know it's made by DICE LA, and all we've been told is that it is a love letter to the fan base. This gets me super excited because I think it's going to be something to do with Battlefield 3, 4 or even all of them. It could be a combined game mode or game that everybody can enjoy. A bit like Call of Duty Online, something for the whole fan base to love. Again, we don't have too much information, this is just speculation, but I'm super excited to see what they've got to say. Maybe we'll learn more on the 13th, maybe we'll learn more in the beta. Talking about the beta, we haven't got a confirmed date for that, but I feel it won't be too long. Potentially a week or 2, maybe even a month at max after the gameplay trailer, but again, this is just speculation, this is not a confirmed date. 2 last points I just wanted to talk about. The graphics have been told that they're like Battlefield 4 but with better fidelity, so it's going with a very realistic look, but a better colour palette, something we've seen in the screenshots. We've also been given information that it's not free to play. This is again not confirmed, they've just not really spoken about it, so it could be on the agenda, we don't really know. As soon as we get confirmed information from the developers themselves, we're just going to say it's probably not free to play and there probably won't be free to play aspects, but we'll have to wait and see. Another thing I didn't really mention but was spoken about was the vehicles, and especially the air vehicles. Apparently the outer zone where you can actually fly is massive. As Jack Fragg says, it gets rid of that bubble effect that you would feel when playing stuff like Battlefield 4, where you would only be able to go to a certain distance and then you'll be trapped back in. I'm a big fan of this, and it opens up that freedom, that only in Battlefield moment where you can do literally anything. And again, we've already spoken about this, but it is confirmed there is no Battle Royale in Battlefield. They are not going to go anywhere near this mode and don't have any plans to do anything with it. I'm very, very happy about this and have been saying it on my streams for the last couple of weeks. There's no need for them to do a Battle Royale. They've already got Apex Legends and that's doing them absolutely wonders. So the fact they're sticking away from that makes me so happy. It means they can stick to the core gameplay and really give us some good content. One thing I just wanted to mention as well, something I'm excited to see on the 13th is the gunplay. We didn't really get much of a insight on this on the trailer, and it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like. In my opinion, if the gunplay is really bad, then the rest of the game's just going to feel a bit, dodgy. So if they can get this core element perfect, I'm super excited. So yeah, I'll be making another video on this, on stuff we've missed in the trailer. I spotted a few things, and then overall, I just wanted to talk about my opinions again. And I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm certainly going to be making more content, don't worry about it. And yeah, keep an eye out on that. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, all the best. And yeah, as always, have a good evening, good day, good night, or good morning. And we'll see you in the next one.